Hey, yo, good morning, everybody. I was trying to schedule all of the week's spaces, and that was a mistake because then I ended up starting tomorrow's show a minute ago, and I was like, wait, this is not right. So hold on, let's get started properly. Let's get Monday off on the right foot here, folks. But first and foremost, welcome to Coffee and Cro. We have been doing this for like 18 months, and we are very proud of that and very happy to be here. And shout out to our sponsors over at Troopers Army with their new lottery, the Crow Draw, which I'm told is going live this week. And if you have minted a For My Brothers NFT, which was their last project, you can mint the Crow Draw tickets for a 10% discount. That's a discount that's for as long as you hold a For My Brothers project. Um, you can mint those, I believe, up until tonight for the Wednesday drop. But I'm sure Troopers will be in here, and we got a bunch of other stuff to talk about. So I'm gonna buy y'all some time. You're welcome. Tweet out the goddamn room. It's a vibe. Let's go. Let me see those emojis. I may not be familiar with your language, but I sure would like to cross over your bridge. Said I may not dress in style as the man in your town do, but I sure know how to say I love you. I wanna love you in the morning, love you in the evening too. Even when you're lonely, I'll make you happy when you're feeling blue. I'm just a stranger in your town. Once in a while I pop around. Mm, I may not be familiar with your language, oh no, but I sure am gonna cross over your bridge. Do I mean a dressing style as the man in your town do? But I sure know how to say I love you. I wanna love you in the morning, love you in the evening too. Even if you're lonely, make you happy when you're feeling blue. So I'm just a stranger in your town. Once in a while I pop around. Let's be friends, friends that never end. I'm just a stranger, so let's be friends. You'll see me around, yeah, 'cause I wanna love you. Yes, I wanna love you. Stranger in your town. How we doing? 5 likes, 5 retweets. Not bad, y'all. I might play you another one. It's Monday, and we are just getting our shit together here. What did Nif do? Grab your coffee, load your bowls, count your crow, and come chill. That's what I'm talking about. Let's get this shit going. 5 is not enough. 5 is not even close. Crofam, wait a
Simplicity we used to survive, men find it difficult because the ignorance are now. Simplicity we used to survive, the what to do in properly, that's the way through life. Simplicity we used to survive, men find it difficult because the ignorance are now. Simplicity we used to survive, children open up your eyes. It's not the one bag of vanity learning, animosity learning, hypocrisy, or democracy. It's nothing, lava, nothing, but stubborn, no vampire, evil, lost desire. It's just a meditation of my heart. Pure conscious thought. Be overstanding on the smart. Listen to the children speak the word and shine the light in the dark, yeah. Simplicity we used to survive, men find it difficult because the ignorant and down. Simplicity me used to survive, do what to do and properly. That's the way through life. Simplicity I used to survive. Children open up your eyes. Simplicity me used to survive. Burn Pharisees and scribes. Yeah. Avoid your anger, not report. Praise Rastafari and give a worthy God. Give us all the blessing, give us all reward to help the poor and find it easy when them find it hard. Simplicity I used to survive, men find it difficult because the ignorance and down. Simplicity I used to survive. I shall live and love your life. Keep doing what you do.
Hey, who's up here? Voodoo, Jimmy. What's cracking, y'all? I got some tweets I got to put up top here. But that song came on automatically. That was not the track I was trying to play here. Estimates. Nope, here we go. This is what I wanted to listen to this morning.
So we are coming here with a force, yeah. Blessings we are reaping, we coursing on full. Oh, when I rise and boast, yeah, we give thanks that we need it the most. We have to give thanks that we really supposed to be thankful. Blessings all for my life, and my thank God for the journey, the earnings, not just for the plus. Yeah, gratitude is a must. Yeah, we see blessings fall by my right hand. But I toast to the friends we take off the load. One time kids sit down in a class and we board them. Only set the road and we go on with the road. Third one, me say me try a thing. And you know it found out to be a fire thing. Now up on stage with chronic say I sing years. See me all diggy soon get the higher ring. Like hello brother, me say I just shot ya. Saw your poster, spectacular photo. Keep it burning, yes, that's the motto. If me the butter pass through your shot, we can't fall in a life, man. Me have to thank God for the journey, the earnings are just for the plus. And gratitude is a must. Yeah, we see blessings fall from the right hand. But I toast to the friends we take off the road. One time they sit down in a class and we board them. Only set the road and go on with it, go on with it. That's how our blessings upon me. And send me to tell them a story. That's how our blessings upon me. And that's how I mean I give him the glory. I'm delighted. You know, say my passion ignited. Got the music me excited. Coming like a potion. Blessings all for my life and my thank God for the journey, the earnings, not just for the plus. Yeah. Gratitude is a must. Yeah, me see blessings fall from my right hand. But I toast to the friends we take off the load. One time kids sit down in a class and we board them. Only set the road and we go on with the road. Toast, yeah. To boast.
Dos. Yo, I had so many fire tweets this weekend. I don't know if I can fit them all up top, but I'll give y'all some time to scroll on up to the top and like and retweet all my shit because it is fire. You know what? Sorry, Texas. I'm looking at my laundry picture here and I'm noticing I completely forgot my my Cyber Monday shirt. It's actually right here. Where did I put it? Texas sent me a Cyber Cub shirt. I should be wearing this right now. Hold on. It's Cyber Monday, y'all. Cyber Monday means you got to wear your Cyber Cubs. Do you guys do that shit? I can't change my PFP anymore. I tried. They took away my blue check mark and then they gave it back a couple of days ago. But I'm rocking this Thundercat till the cows come home, which might be soon because our friends over at the steakhouse are minting cows. What are you guys doing this week? What are you getting into? Welcome. If you're new here, welcome to Coffee and Cro. I hope you got some coffee. I hope you got some crow. Get that crow while it's low. We are still at 6-9, and my prediction still stands. 8 cents. 8 cents by Friday. I meant this Friday, you fucks. You can't take a joke. You guys can't take a joke. And I bought you a whole extra week to get it while it's low. I've been slinging sneakers like I was 35 years old. That was 5 years ago. God damn, I sold a lot of sneakers when I was 35. I sold 3 pairs this morning. I sold some old ass dunks, bro. I sold some dunks that that I wore in my 20s. I swear to God, they're over 10 years old. And I just sold them for $80 used. You're welcome, whoever bought those Raver pink dunks. You can't find those anywhere. That was actually a deal. Hey, work. What's up, buddy?
What are we talking about? Lazy horses? What's?
I just burned through like 8 subjects in 5 seconds. Did you buy my dunks this morning? Was that you?
Nah, I picked up a horse yesterday though.
This guy on ETH on Crow. Where'd you get it?
I got it on the Crow.
Does anybody buy the ETH ones? Because I have 4, and I've had them forever.
The last time I bought one, it's been quite a while, but I was pissed off. I was upset about
Well, we all were. Yeah.
how much gas it took to buy it.
Wait, you bought one on ETH? You are a fucking maniac, dude. I have 4 because they were airdropped to me. I didn't even know what they were. They were all unrevealed, and then one of them revealed, and I have 3 unrevealed still. But I would love to turn them into ETH. That would be even better.
The unrevealed ones are worth a lot of money.
Stop it. You never know, work. You never know. Because I showed some people the screenshot of. Was that you that sent me the screenshot of the message that they wrote to you?
Yeah, don't talk about it or
No,
I,
I showed some people that are
no,
close
no.
to the
See,
project.
there's going to be a guy show up in here and he'll start yelling and screaming.
Oh, I know that guy. I'm trying to get him worked up. It's Monday. Let's start the week off right. Lazy horses, they'll be back. They'll be back. They're focusing on the real life race team. Remember when we were all over Twitter telling everyone about the real life race team? God damn, we are moving on, work. Thank you. Voodoo, what's up?
Lazy horses. That's how you want to start your Monday. But anyways, Crow's actually at 0.67.
Oh,
It's
are we
actually
diving?
dropped. Yeah, it
Because
was.
I've got powder,
It
man. I've
hasn't
been
even
selling
hit six
sneakers
eight
all
yet.
morning.
No, I think you're getting that crypto.com number again.
Probably. Because I just bought 420 Crow. And yeah, they charged me 6.9.
It's still a great deal. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. Yeah. Still a great deal, but not as great as it could be. Um, the Zoomers game starts today. So hope you guys got your POG tokens into the arena. So basically the way that's going to work is every hour, 1% of the POGs are going to be eliminated. And that's going to happen at the top of the hour ish. And then you have the opportunity to either continue playing or, it's basically a long game of chicken.
Oh, I was changing the title. I didn't know you were stopping. Yeah, it's a long game of chicken.
Sorry, yeah, it is a
It's
long
a
game of
long game of
chicken. Sorry,
chicken, and it
somewhere.
goes for a month, right?
Yep, ish. The other thing is also we're launching the components mitt for BDM, which is an incredible components mitt. It's a 3D component. It's one component that you purchase. I believe the price is 50 Pro. And with that one component, you're able to put it into any size room. And depending on the size of that room, the component gives you a completely different 3D layout. So it looks different in a single, it looks different in a double, it looks different in the loft, it looks different in the penthouse for those that are familiar with the broom room ecosystem, but it's just one component. So you're basically getting 5 NFTs for the price of one. And that also starts today.
Yo, and I think I saw a preview. And for those of you who are already aware of the Brain Dead Monkeys project, like um there's a whole vibe to that, you know? Like they've got their IP is very distinct or distinctive, both. Um
Both.
and I saw like what they did with one of the boom rooms, and it's impressive. Yeah. It's a lot different than
The
like
guy is
the
a phenomenal
Chronoballs
artist.
thing where it was like an addition. This is like a total rework.
It's a completely reworked into 3D, and then what they're going to do is have that 3D room because he built all this, Gavin. He built all this in Blender. They're gonna allow you to have access to the 3D file downloadable from the Brain Dead Monkeys website. They're working on getting that up and running, so you're gonna be able to download this 3D bedroom component and basically do whatever the heck you want with it. It's an actual 3D environment.
That's awesome. I'm trying to find the tweet so I can um, put it up top so they can see what I'm talking about here. What is the link for the mint? Oh, the Thundercats mint. Let me put that up top. Sorry, Thomas. And let me hit you with a
Yeah,
follow
right.
back. And welcome, everybody. If you are new here, come on up and say what's up. We love hearing from the new people. In fact, we've got NFTs for newbies. Yeah. Yeah. We've got NFTs for newbies. We're gonna make that a thing. If you're new here, you hit that mic button, and all you gotta say is first time, first time, first time, long time, first time, first time. It all works, as long as you got a wallet, as long as you got that far. You know, if you understand, own your keys, own your crypto. If you got your seed phrase written down, you are good with us. And shout out to Troopers for helping me out with the title here. I've been fumbling around with this title the whole time. Let me see if these tags work. Crow Draw Official. There it is. So you guys can link to Crow Draw from the title. I got the right Twitter handle now. And I will get the Thundercats Mint link up top for whoever was just asking for it. Yeah, the mint started picking up last night out of nowhere. It was like 2 days with no mints. Even though I said this weekend I bought a meerkat to give out, and then all of a sudden this morning starts popping off. So I will put the link up top. Every mint is an entry. Doesn't matter if you're holding a Thunder token this time, just this time, because we want to get some newbies in here. And Weed Coin. Yeah, shout out to Weed Coin. I heard they're sending me a T-shirt. They got T-shirts that are brand new on Johnny Chimp's thing. Who's going to NFT NYC this weekend? Anybody? You know me, I haven't got my ticket yet, but last year I bought my ticket morning of. I'm talking plane ticket. I don't even think I bought tickets to go in. No, we didn't. We didn't. We got in for free last year. Don't buy expensive passes to NFT events. There's your alpha for the day. Those things.
I am looking
Go ahead.
I'm looking forward to the Kid Called Beast. They have a party that they're throwing this Saturday, um, and a huge announcement. So hopefully, for because I noticed that there's a lot of people in Crow that actually jumped over to ETH specifically for that project, which is really
Yeah, why do
cool.
you think that is?
Um, I think just the right network of people in Crow and crofam found out about it, and they were able to influence other groups to head over there because like not everyone is comfortable going to ETH, but some of us actually came from ETH, right? So it's a lot easier to go back. And I think like for myself, for example, I dragged back everyone that I could,
That's what's up,
um,
dude. That's exactly what we have to
because they
do.
had someone, yeah, they had someone there that could kind of work you through the process of like going to chainlist.org, add in the Ethereum EVM, and like for some people, I went as far as to even send them some ETH so they can start transacting and put some more ETH in their wallet so they can mint, that kind of stuff. So it helped because I already had ETH over there and they knew me and I was able to facilitate that whole process. And I'm sure that's more or less what happened to a lot of people, right?
And it's
And
interesting to me how we see
uh,
this pop up uh, just randomly, like with the Bitcoin apes and with a kid
yeah,
called Beast, like crofam just all of a sudden jumps on this one project. And
just pop
yeah,
over.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. And everybody who is jumping for the first time, they get to do exactly what we've been doing, start going back and forth
yeah,
and showing other people how to do it, you know.
yeah. What I really enjoy about this one is, it was a good project to jump into. So those that jumped in with us at that time, um, they're all in profit now.
Oh, big time.
So at least you didn't have that bad taste in your mouth where like you bring people into the project and it just tanks on you. Like everyone that came in with us, like freaking 3 or 4x their investment. You
That's
know,
awesome. And it's also like you were
yeah,
kind of alluding to, it's kind of rare because if you look at the majority of NFT
yeah,
projects on Ethereum, um, they see their
yeah,
spike in the first week or two, and then it's a long,
and then that's it.
long road down.
Yeah.
But not all the time, ETH is a big swimming pool. It's an ocean. It's an open sea over there, pun intended. And like, it's easy. It's easier to pull off a bullshit project. Um, in fact, we're seeing that catch up to a lot of people. Finally.
Yeah, the techniques are like incredible. Like I've never seen bots in a Discord until I jumped into an ETH
Oh, it's a
project. I
science.
mean,
They've got
literally,
it down to a science.
it's pretty amazing. I was impressed. Not only with like just uh numbers in your Discord, but also people sitting in the voice chat, like just teams and teams of people sitting in your voice chat farming
And these are people that
to
are
make it look like it's a
being paid to
huge
be there. Yeah,
population.
it's
Exactly,
amazing.
exactly.
It's amazing, and we have to we
Yeah,
we have to respect it for what it is, right? Because when we start getting emotional about these things, it's only hurting ourselves. So we gotta see it for what it is, respect it for what it is, and then educate, because it's the only way um, that we move past this. Is to have an educated consumer base that just sees the bullshit and walks by it. You know. Because what we have is just a crowded street full of panhandlers, and we got new people walking down the street for their first time, and they're getting robbed before they get 10 steps down the road. But like, there are good projects out here, especially on Kronos. It's easier to tell the difference. So I think that's why we have this. I don't know. It's like, it's almost like a kiddie pool vibe. It's like it's a place to cut your teeth. It's a place to train people. Like you can take your training wheels off and go to Ethereum. That might have been a bad analogy. Nobody likes swimming in the kiddie pool. Everybody pees in the kiddie pool.
You know what you should do? Get a lazy horse. Test out the waters. Pick up a pony, a barn cat. See how things are going.
No, look, the lazy horses didn't pay for engagement. They didn't have fake followers. All the shit that the
They
horses did was
just
real.
they just did the old fashioned just lie to your face
They
thing.
did the old fashioned thing, and we haven't seen the end of that story. I'm glad work keeps bringing it up, because this is a saga. This is ongoing. But what we were talking about is how amazing it is, right? That you can go into one of these discords or go into one of these Twitter spaces and really feel like you're surrounded by a community that isn't there. It's really difficult for people, because you get this sense of FOMO when uh when you're put under the impression that you're the last one to the party. When there's 2,000, 3,000 people that already got there, and they're allegedly holders, and they're benefiting, and you're like, oh shit, I'm late. But it's manufactured, and they've gotten really, really good at it. There's an entire economy built around it. But if you know what you're doing, and you surround yourself with good people, then you do two things: you avoid the bullshit, or you engage with it knowing that it's bullshit, take your profits, and get out. That's your only two options, because it's not going to stop. It's never going to stop. Look at what Soulja Boy did over the weekend, bro. Over the weekend. In fact, some of you probably don't even know this yet. So if you're just filing in here, good morning, happy Monday. It's 9:30.
Sold out. That fucker.
This is when we usually start. Soulja Boy sold out 3 fucking times, dude. He did 3 projects already. The first one was just all the same picture, and you're not gonna find me hating on that. It's like, that was our first project, but we made our Thunder tokens. He stole the Ferrari logo, and I think he pulled in like at least over I think it's almost $10 million so far over the weekend. Anybody holding? What are you guys doing down there? Pedrito, is this a new account, dude? Why are we not following each other? Pretty sensitive for a Swiss Albanian. God damn, bro. I'm kidding. Hey, shout out to Weedcoin. Shout out my guy Lane down there. I appreciate you, bro. A mug and a t-shirt. Now we're talking. Now we're really talking. So nobody's holding Soulja Boy. All right. But was that manufactured, or was that just everybody's ready to buy Soulja Boy's bullshit? Like, I know people in crofam that are still waiting for their video game consoles, and that was years ago. He charged everybody like $140 and then never sent them a fake Nintendo. I mean, Soldier Boy is on. He's a top tier scammer from before NFTs, man. And I give Soldier Boy props. I'm not the dude that hates on Soldier Boy. Like, I've told you guys this before. I'm the one that was downloading his shit off Napster in 2003, 2001. Wait a second. Who cares? It was a long time ago and I'm old. But like, I've been supporting Soldier Boy. I've been giving him props for grinding and making a name for himself. You know, like he did whatever it took to make a name for himself. Unfortunately, he made a name for himself as a bit of a scammer. But we have no excuses in Web3 saying, "Oh, Soldier Boy came in here and lied to everybody." That's kind of a given, right? I don't know. We got a tough crowd today. Really tough. You guys are fucking. You guys are really doing it to me. Jello.
I'm surprised
What?
Swoops is not up here telling us about Crow Draw.
Oh no, Crow Draw's coming. Crow Draw's coming right meow. But shout out to everybody down there. CK, that's our guy. The Wookie. We even got Savages up in here. What's up, Savages? And yeah, shout out to Jello Mold and the Crusader app, keeping everybody up to date with the Twitter Spaces. In fact, I'm actually gonna go and check his timeline real quick and see where the fuck is everybody. Is there something else going on right now?
I think it's just Easter Monday.
Easter Monday. Happy Easter Monday, troops.
What up? What up? I was just I had to drop one of the kids back off at the train station, so he's way back to London. So his ears there for a bit, but yeah, it's a tough and quiet crowd when you're having to fill time with Soldier Boy talk for 10 minutes. It's a tough gig.
This is a hot topic. I thought that would get everybody up here. You never know.
Interesting. Yeah, it's funny the chat about the the hyped project, isn't it? But I mean that's the traditional NFT space, isn't it? All that in Ethereum. If you've been there and you know it, that's what a real NFT project looks like. I mean, I hate it, and I think you were kind of spot on with the like we've been doing this from the beginning. It was kind of one of the fundamental points around troopers and the pillars and all that. Like just make sure people understand that that hype is not real, and that it is what it is, and then make your decision on how you're going to engage with it.
Yeah, man. It's like I got duped in the sneaker world first time around. I bought some fake Jordans one time, but like I got right back in there. I found good people and I learned my way around. And I feel like NFTs has been a similar experience for me,
Yeah, it's definitely the same. And you've got once you get a bit more familiar, again, it depends on what you're here for and what you're trying to do. But like if we just take the average person who's probably in here, trying to make a few extra quid, maybe looking to flip if you're an investor, just like bunch of flipping, make a few quid here and there, go on to the next one. Like if that's your game, and that is the game for most when they come in. Other people are here for different reasons. Some people are looking for that one, the blue chip, the next Bored Ape Yacht Club, or one or two bigger guys. But for the flipper, that fake hype, that FOMO, although it is fake, it is real in terms of what you'll then see on the market when the thing drops. If you're quick and you're there and you're watching Etherscan and you start to see like the key thing, which is the sales volume and the metric, and you're watching the sales, as long as there's action there, then that's your point for getting in and getting out quickly. But before the mint, you're just watching all that hype to figure out like what's it gonna is it going to transform into actual action when the mint goes live, and then that's the moment of truth when they hit go. And that's when you've got to be ready.
Yeah, and I wonder with people because it is an individual decision. You know, like why are you here? I wonder if people are more in it for the quick flip, the the quick money, or if people are here for more of a long term vision, whether it's money, I want to hold a board ape. You know, I want to hold an
Yeah.
NFT that will not only rise in price, but be a sustainable hold. You know, something that rewards you, not just with an increase in floor price, but with an ecosystem that you can engage in and profit off of because everybody wants in. Um,
Yeah,
I,
I
I,
agree.
I think it might be, that there's two different kinds of people in this situation.
Yeah, yeah, there will be. There'll be a few different demographics, right? And I think if you're the absolute noob coming in who might know a little bit about technology or might know nothing about technology, coming in fresh, you might see a crypto.com ad, you might hear something about Bored Ape Yacht Club, you might even hear about CryptoPunks. There's probably a bunch of other ones you might start hearing about, but people are seeing that and they're saying, "Oh my God, there's a picture here that's worth, you know, tens, hundreds of thousands of dollars." That's the FOMO. They're like, "Oh my God, I can go into this place and buy a picture and I'll have tens of thousands of dollars. Wow." And like that's the thing that will make them get in, I guess. So that's one route in. The other route is people who are kind of into crypto and are into the kind of anti-establishment, want to kind of own their own finance, all that kind of stuff, and then they might end up in NFTs. They probably know a little bit more about the space, and they just don't want to use NFTs, for another form of storing some value. They're probably just here to grab a few things and hold it. Maybe they flip a little bit. But ultimately, everyone's here for a bit of money, right? It's that old saying that we hear a lot, where people kind of come for the money and stay for the community. Um, I
Yeah, and
guess.
the show here is for both types. Just so everyone
Yeah,
down there is
yeah,
clear, like this show is for everybody.
everyone.
Yeah, but the Thundercats project and the Thunder token, the Island Thunder project, um, that's something that we built as a community so that we could have a long term project, a long term vision that we built together and had control over. We can control the supply of Thunder Token. We can control, well, as much as the blockchain allows you to control these things. So we got a lot of cool stuff going on, and we're here to tell you about it. And that mic button is free. All you got to do is tweet
Yeah.
out this room, bottom right, bing to the bong. Voodoo, what's up?
Well, first I wanted to let people know, like, when you get that Board Ape Yacht Club or the next Board Ape, you won't know it when you mint it. Like a lot of these, like the Board Ape Yacht Club was like the very first project I would say on ETH where they literally took their community and made it their utility, right? So now because you hold this Board Ape, you got a mutant, you got a pet, you get all these whitelist free mints from all these projects, high-end projects, right? That's one of the few projects that was able to do that successfully. That's probably not going to happen again. Most people, you're going to get into the project, and maybe a year later, it becomes that kind of like blue chip. But admit you're not going to know. I mean, so the best you can do is look at the fundamentals. What's the roadmap looking like? What is the plan here? What kind of utility, actual use case? Merch is not a utility. I don't care who tells you that. Merch is not a utility. What am I going to be able to use this NFT to accomplish? And if you can't accomplish more than your next gen mint, then it really doesn't have any utility. And that's fine. There are plenty of projects all across Chronos that just give you gen after gen after gen. And there's nothing wrong with that. Just put people's expectations where there should be. This is not going to be used as a token to a DEX or actual use case. Like you're not going to use this to token gate a specific protocol, actual use case. And that's, like I said, it's perfectly fine. Just be realistic about that when you explain your project to people. But again, you're not going to know it's a blue chip until way down the line. By the time you realize it, you've sold too many of them and you're pissed off at yourself because now you're down to one and you're trying to figure out a way to buy back into that project. So just keep swinging. Eventually you'll
Yeah,
hit one.
and this is just NFTs we're talking about here, folks. That's that's only one part of what we do around here. Um, uh,
Where tokens are even
Tokens are
easier
easier.
because it's straightforward when it comes to figuring out a utility for a token. Like my biggest holdings personally, not financial advice, but my own personal biggest holding is a wrap ETH, wrap Bitcoin um, token, the LP that I'm farming on board Candy. Why? Because that's just my sure shot. That's my savings account. I don't have to watch this every day. I have a pretty good sense of where this is going, um, and I believe it's going to be up.
And
Now I could just
you're
farm this.
pairing Bitcoin and ETH in a trading pair. And what kind of
Exactly. Those are
APR are
the
you
two
getting?
strongest tokens. I'll tell you right now.
Because yeah,
It's not
no, because
incredible.
Bitcoin and
It's
ETH
not incredible. I'll tell you that.
historically in DeFi, Bitcoin and ETH are going to give you your lowest APRs because they have the highest
Hmm.
liquidity.
If I remember off the top of my head, I would say it was around like 20%
20?
APR.
2-0?
Mm-hmm. 2-0. It's not
No, that
bad.
is
I'll
not
tell you
bad,
right
man.
now.
That is not bad at all. I'll tell you right now,
I'll tell you right
the rate
now.
for single stake Bitcoin in something like Tectonic is going to be under 1%.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, you're right. It's 6.7%.
Still good. Still good.
Still good. What I do have 20% on is I have also the USDC Bitcoin and the USDC wrap E. So on USDC Bitcoin, I'm earning 26. And on USDC wrap ETH, I'm earning 52%.
Now that's dope because not only is that a great APR, but on a USDC ETH or a USDC Bitcoin pair,
You're only risking half your
yeah,
principal. Yeah.
and you're getting probably a lot of volume on that pair. So transaction
Yep.
fees are going back into the pool, and you're
Yep.
rewarded that way. So if you're here for the long term, um, your best bet is to show up every day, listen to the people that are smarter than you around here, and hold the good tokens and stake the good tokens for for the long term. And we've got a bunch of really great protocols and positions that we hold that we can tell you guys about um, in a minute. Gaia, what's up? Gaia ecosystem.
Hey,
What's
Good
up?
morning.
What's up? How you doing,
All
man?
right.
This is Jay Wiggly. I don't know if you've ever heard of me before. I'm just getting going, getting some coffee. um, our boy Ian from WeedCoin, we just started a partnership together, and he told me about you guys to come up here and see if you guys would let me speak a little bit about our project and what we got going
Oh
on.
hell yeah, bro! Shout out to our guy Lane and Weedcoin, and he gave you the right advice. Hit that
Right?
mic button, come on up here, and tell everybody what you got going on, bro. Because we started this space when Kronos Chain started back in November of
Nice.
2021. Yeah, and we've been doing it every single day. And there's over 500 people that listen daily to these spaces. Um,
Oh, that's what's
yeah,
up,
because we
man.
record it.
I
So
think I've listened
late
in.
out.
I've listened in a few times. Like I think I've heard Crow Draw before because I think he had like a story of his house getting broken into, if I'm not mistaken. um,
my house did get broken into recently, correct?
yeah, yeah, okay. So yeah, I've listened to you a couple times. But yeah, Gaia ecosystem is pretty much it's it was initially about one NFT project, and it would have been called Actual Crow. That's our current mint, but we decided that we want to do more than just. I know you guys are talking about endless NFTs being dropped over and over and over, but we have a passion for really saving the planet,
and that's kind of how we turn into Gaia ecosystems. Because each drop that we're going to do, we have our current drop. It's called Axel Crow. It's a VIP, pretty much a uh, utility for each drop that comes after. So you'll be whitelisted for each one after Axel Crow drops, or well, we're already dropped, but Mint's out. Um, so it's a axolotl. I don't know if you guys ever heard of the little axolotl salamanders.
Yo,
They're endangered.
yo, I didn't know what you were saying. All right, Axolotl, you got to check the tapes because this
Yeah,
is fucking hilarious. My 10-year-old was in here a couple days ago. Not, I mean, they were
right.
down here in the studio with me, and we were talking
Uh-huh.
NFTs, and they literally leaned into the microphone and said, "Yeah, but no one's made a Waxacal, whatever the fuck you just said." uh,
Axolotl,
my
yeah.
kid said that like I bet no one's made an NFT of that yet. That is hilarious.
Yeah, so that
As a factual piece of information, I
Yep.
remember.
yeah. Well, that's like our passions. Our passion, let me read you our mission vision. So, our mission for Gaia Eco is the campaigns to create sustainable projects that are used to facilitate a learning environment, creating valuable AI generated art, and crowdfunding research and development of sustainable environmental technologies. And our vision is to raise awareness of climate change and rebuild our Mother Gaia's ecosystems. So that's what we're focusing on. And so the Axel Crow, that's what we're calling it. It's the axolotls. They're AI generated with traits, and it's a 1,250 piece collection. It offers whitelist to all future waterborne collections that we come after. So we're focusing on like endangered animals, and we really want to help rebuild their ecosystems. So upon mint out, we'll distribute funds, 25% of funds in the following ways. So like we have picked three charities that are, I know charities are kind of a taboo thing in NFT projects, but we're very open. Like we show everything that we do, but we are going to donate 37.5K Crow to a charity. We've picked three and we're going to let the community choose the one that we will make the donation to. And the three that we're looking at, they're all in Mexico, and the first one is it basically actually helps rebuild the environment that the axolotls live in, that they're being destroyed right now. It's in Mexico City, and it's done through one of the laboratories in University of Mexico City. And then there's another one that is focused on a specific lily that axolotls like to live under and feed off of, and they're growing these things in a lab and then putting them out back into their environment for them to, it can feed, one lily can feed one axolotl to up to a year, which is freaking amazing. And then the third one I'm kind of not too fond on, but it's basically growing them for a laboratory, like for science reasons, to figure out their basically healing, regenerating powers to use for humans, and that's kind of, I don't know if I like it, but so far everyone's liking the first one.
No, I think all three of them are
And then
dope, man. Uh, what
right,
what brought you to Chronos Chain?
I've been on Chronos for a while. I started on the CDC side. Like I bought into Bull Run Crew and Trip and a lot of those like scammy big time NFTs,
Yeah, did both of
and
those end
realized
up
that
not being a thing, or did Bull Run is Bull Run still around?
they're still
Okay.
around, but they had a lot of issues, man. I used to be a part of their core team and walked away a long time ago.
Yeah, no, we've seen a
And
lot
Um,
of
you're
that.
doing this. Sorry, are you doing this project with R Will as well?
yes,
Okay,
yep,
yeah, I'm familiar
yeah.
with
Our
that
will,
name.
so I have a team. Our will, he's a great guy. He's a scientist geneticist. Like this was really his passion. And I'm Jay Wigley, so I actually am a business major, so I do a lot of the financial sides of things. And then we have Jet King. He used to be the mod at BRC, but he now works for us, and he's from Singapore, and he's a really awesome guy. He's a great mod. And then we have Mr. Dude. I don't know if you guys ever heard of Mr. Dude. But he's a lot of our behind the scenes work for the project with collabs and getting doing like artwork and stuff for us. And then we have he's not part of the team, but our artist, his name's Vesture. He's the one that did all of our NFTs so far.
Vester?
Um, Vesture with a
Yeah,
V, VEST.
we know Vester, right? From
Yeah,
from Bach. Doesn't he rock a Does he
maybe,
rock a
man.
Bach NFT?
I can't remember, man. I'm not really sure.
Well, it sounds like a dope team, man,
And
because you got like
are you talking Mr. Dude like Mr.
Mad
Dude from
Hatter?
Mad Fire, yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So we have a
He's got
great
his
team,
fingers
man.
he's got his fingers in every pie on
yeah,
Kronos.
now we know who we're dealing
Right.
with. Nice. I pinned your
Um
tweet
Good
up
people,
top,
man.
bro. I went to your page. Um,
Oh, I appreciate
yeah,
that.
because I like what you got going on here. You know.
Can I ask you a
And
quick
we're
question? I
not
just wanted
only
to double
Yeah.
check.
yeah,
Just wanted to double check something real quick. In the mission statement, you said
right.
something about the creation of like Earth-saving technology or something like that. I'm paraphrasing. I
Yeah.
don't know exactly what you said. Do
Oh shit, we lost him.
Oh, I thought I rocked
Right?
for a second.
No, I think he's driving. I think he dropped his kid at
Yeah,
the
he's in the car.
train station. He's probably driving.
yeah, so I don't know if I'm back yet. My wife
Gotcha.
called me.
Oh, here he is.
Yeah,
Yeah, no,
so
we lost you right at the
Oh
beginning of the
man.
question.
my wife rang. Yeah, so the question was, it says in the statement about Earth saving technology. Do you mean by that you're
Yes.
investing in charities that are doing that work, or do you mean that you and your team are going to be building sustainable technology?
Oh, see that's we're looking at both. So our wheel is very passionate about the top layer. I forget exactly what it's called, but the top layer of the ocean has a lot of carbonic acid, and he would like to figure out ways, whether it's working with these companies or whoever that are already doing these things, or if we're going to start our own. But basically cleaning out the carbon out of the top layer of the ocean, and because most people would think that a majority of the oxygen comes from like plants on the surface of the planet, but it's really a large portion of the oxygen that is made for our planet is through the reef system underneath the oceans because it's so vast, so massive, and that carbonic layer holds it in kind of like a a shield or something from getting out into the actual atmosphere. So that's why we're having a lot of carbon buildup versus, the oxygen that's there. We just can't access it like we normally would. So that's one of the big things we're looking at. Um, and then of course saving like these each drop we're doing is going to be focused on an endangered species, and we want to help like either come up with a technology or find something that's already in works and help fund these things to repair these ecosystems. Like that's our main goal. And but not only just that, like we definitely want to hold. If it's cool, if I can talk about the investors for a minute, if that's cool, you guys. I didn't want to go on a tangent.
No, go ahead, bro.
All right, cool. So our we're going to be injecting 18.75 thousand Cro directly back into royalties after we mint. So it's like 15 Cro per axle. And then we're starting
Wait, back into
a
royalties. What does that mean?
so we're going to we have a royalties page. Um, we're going to put this money straight from the mint contract into the royalties injection so people can claim um, their, what's
Oh,
set
like
to be given
a
to
yeah,
them
like a
from Mint.
verified
From
distribution.
Mint.
I got you.
Yeah, pretty much. And then like we're gonna take 37.5 thousand Cro and put into an investment pool, and we're gonna have that everything that's compounded off of that will be starting to be paid back into the royalties once a month. And then every 2 weeks, we're going to take secondary sales and pump into the royalties contract for everyone. And like it's um, we're just trying to make sure everyone's taken care of.
It's
And then
really
like,
hard, man.
because
As
it's
someone who's done this
right,
before, it's probably the hardest part.
right, exactly. Um, so it'll also whitelist the Axel Crow will whitelist the next. I think we have four um waterborne species in the works for like the next year or so, and it'll be like a pretty much a repeat. Except this is a Axel Crow is a 1,250 piece at 300 crow a piece. The next ones will be a 250 piece collection at half the price, and then if you're whitelisted, it's 150 or I think it's 150 at half the price, and if you're buying it as public, it's like 175 crow for the next pieces. But it'll be the same kind of distribution each one. It'll go into and it'll just start. We'll add it to the same investment pools, or either create new investment pools that are compounding out. So it'll just be building massively for the holders, and then 5% of each mint will go automatically back to the axolotls.
The animal.
So that yeah, well, yeah, the for
So you
secondary,
guys are
I mean not
trying
secondary, but
to, yeah, I mean, you're trying to please everybody,
for
right? So
holders.
you're going to bring in the people that want to
Yep,
do it for the right reasons, that want to help the
yep,
planet. You're going to bring in the people that want to have a piece of that verified distribution. You know, first one in the pool
absolutely,
wins, mint early, and
pretty
then
much, yeah,
collect from a percentage of everybody else's mints. And, you know, hopefully people stick around. That's
yeah. As long as we have a community that will support us, it'll keep going and growing. But that's only if you know
Well, yeah, and you guys have been here.
people
You know,
choose to
you've
stay.
you've been here. You've been involved in other projects on the crypto.com side and the Chrono side.
Right?
So you've got the links. You're in Coffee and
Yep,
Cro pitching your project, which is more than I can say for um, a good portion of the projects that come to Chronos. So you're doing all the
right.
right things, bro. Props to you.
I appreciate it,
It
man.
is well, and we got to throw some props down to our boy Lane down there from Weed Coin, your biggest supporter.
Yeah,
Yeah, man, he was the one that told me to pin the tweet up top. I can't take credit for that. So shout out our guy over at Weed Coin, and it is the top of the hour, so we are going to check these charts, and then we're going to play some tunes and let y'all tweet out the room and all this information up top. So these numbers are brought to you by crypto.com. Please, for the love of God, don't let them be your daddy. It is 10 a.m. Bitcoin is at 28,420 almost. That's crypto.com prices. So this is with the spread and the fees. ETH is at 1869. Matic is at $1.10. Uh-oh. Oh shit. I gotta check my positions. Cosmos is at $11 and Crow is at 6.8 on the CDC side, which means it's probably like 6.7, like we were saying a minute ago. Big winners today. Synapse is up 20%. Band Protocol is up 12. Covalent is up 3.7. Who else we got here? IrisNet, Astar, all these weird ones that go up when everything else is down. We got numbers coming out this week, CPIs and all that shit. The market has been moving sideways for a while now, and you're starting to see it in everybody's attitudes. But I'm always bullish. I'm always bullish on a new week, and I'm always bullish on this crew. So this one's going out to Lane from Weedcoin. This is his request this morning. So if you haven't tweeted out the room yet, let's go.
She was living in a single room with 3 other individuals.
The rest of y'all,
The other 2, well, the other 2 were females.
roll up.
God only knows what they were up to in there. And furthermore, Susan, I wouldn't be the least bit surprised to learn that all 4 of them habitually smoke marijuana cigarettes. Reefers.
.420's coming early today, everybody. Roll those emojis. Let's go.
Joints in the morning. I smoke 2 joints at night. I smoke 2 joints in the afternoon. It makes me feel alright. I smoke 2 joints in time of peace and 2 in time of war. I smoke 2 joints before I smoke 2 joints, and then I smoke 2 more.
Hell no.
Daddy, he once told me, son, you be hardworking man. And mama, she once told me, son, you do the best you can. But then one day, I met a man who came to me and said, yeah, hard work good and hard work fine, but first take care of head. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Rock me tonight. Ooh, damn sake.
Hey, if you guys got requests, you can send them on up here just like Lane did. That's how you get it done. He's been requesting that song for like 3 weeks. So don't go requesting and then expecting to hear it in like 15 minutes. That is not how the game is played. Shout out to everybody that shows up every single goddamn day around here. If you got something to tell this community on a Monday, go ahead, hit that mic button. We know you must have tweeted out the room by now. We got 20. We're doing great. And big shout out to our sponsors at Crow Draw from Troopers Army. It's going live. This is the big week.
What? I'm sorry about that. My inconsiderate wife kept on calling me. How dare she?
How
You have
dare
time
she?
to talk. And I felt bad because I asked Guy a question and then I didn't hear any of the answer because she rang. But I'm not going to ask him to repeat any of it. I will hit him up, or sure we'll hear from him again another time. Or guess what? I can check the goddamn tapes. And
That's what I was going to say.
But yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, Crow Draw is it's going great. You know, it's we're excited by this. It's just going to be a cool thing. It goes all the way back to the very beginning. We're just talking about NFTs and utility and stuff like that. And like really, we're saying a lot of great stuff. It's interesting when we talk about utility because I have a slightly different view on some of that, just because you know I do come from very traditional community-based NFT type projects, true NFT type projects, which are nothing to do with coins or tokens or utility on dexes or anything like that. The utility is genuinely in the community. It's not just buzzwords. That is what it is. It's the people who pay for it and raise the value of it, and they generate whatever the buzz might be. And then you might have other evolutions of the NFT or whatever, and then you build out from there. Whatever. It's similar but different. But obviously, when you start talking about tokens, then utility is a really important thing. So it's a bit different. But anyway, we're here now, obviously, a year and a half in, and we are trying to find new ways of building things that are a little bit more akin to utility, not just community-based stuff, but also one thing that we're really keen on is obviously we're committed to the Kronos chain. We're absolutely fine with and supportive of sort of cross chain and building out and bringing people back in. But we also want to keep making sure that there's plenty of transactions, plenty of interactions, and plenty of work happening on the Kronos blockchain, because without that, there is no Kronos blockchain. So other than just minting, we want to have things, like all the DeFi apps and the other DEXs and what have you that are doing great stuff as well. We wanted to contribute in our own way with something that was kind of outside of the project, but also served a lot of the same good vibes and good values around the Troopers pillars that we stand by. And that's essentially what CrowDraw is all about. It's a very simple lottery system. There's nothing complex about it. It's got an interesting distribution, which we can talk a little bit more about over the course of the week. And it's got a percentage that goes to charity. It's as simple as that. 70% of the ticket sales are the pot that goes back in winnings, 15% is charity, and 15% is the ongoing building out of the actual project, keep it sustainable and keep building the thing out to add more different types of lotteries and whatnot in future. And that's kind of where we are. So we launched like a bit of a soft launch over the weekend with our For My Brothers holders. That's going great so far. We're well over 300 tickets on that, which is unbelievable, really, because we haven't even launched the domain or anything. That's just from letting people in a private channel in our Discord know where to go to get their tickets at a slightly reduced price. So it's kind of a way of giving them a little bit of a early entry, but also just to get some testing as well. So it's all been pretty well received. Super simple, super easy application. The jackpot on that then will be around about, as things stand, about 350 Cro. And then there'll be lots of other distribution. The cool thing about it, if people haven't picked up on this yet, is that the way that it's set up using percentages for pot 2, 3, and 4 means that as this thing scales out, the actual amount of Cro that you'll get back for winning in pot 2, 3, or 4 will remain the same. It'll pretty much remain a static cost. But what will happen is more people will win. So this is a deliberate choice that we made. We asked a lot of people about, do you prefer to have lots of people winning small amounts or fewer people winning big amounts? And it's a toss-up. But we went down because it was more fitting with our kind of ethos for this first launch draw to be as many people as we can winning something, rather than like a one person takes all. We will in future think about doing some draws that are a little bit more kind of, much bigger size pot, like, for one person. But we wanted to get a good spread. So we could talk a little bit about the numbers as we go through the week, but essentially we're going to launch the first live version on Wednesday. Crow draws will run Wednesday to Wednesday. It's a weekly lottery. When it goes live, there'll be 35 Cro per ticket. So we're going to keep it pegged at around about $3. Actually, it's a little bit less than $3 at 35 Cro. We've reduced it slightly. It was 40 originally, but I think we'll go with 35 for now. And that's it. It's super duper simple. You buy your ticket.
And you don't have to hold For My Brothers to buy a Crow Draw ticket. It just gets you a discount.
Absolutely, yeah. So we've got a couple of mechanisms that are kind of built into, some of the existing things that we've had on Kronos. So For My Brothers, if you hold a For My Brothers NFT, there's an automatic 10% discount applied to your tickets. It's just done if you have that in your wallet. There's also an option to tick a little box, and you can burn 100 Troopers tokens per ticket for an extra 10%. So you can get 20% in total off your ticket prices from a combination of a For My Brothers and burning some Troopers tokens. If you've got none of those things, then it's absolutely fine. You still play the game and you just crack on and with the 35 Cro ticket price.
I got to get my crack on, bro, because I'm a For My Brothers holder and I have not minted a ticket yet. We got to get a link up top so I can use it. Am I late?
Well, we can't give you a link up top because it's exclusive right now for For My Brothers. So we're asking all the For My Brothers. Yeah, so you jump in the Discord, you'll get the link. You have to keep it super quiet for the next couple of days, because people will find that link and they will mint tickets. And if that happens, it's no big deal. There's probably somebody who's already found it already, I'm sure. maybe many people, and that doesn't really matter. It's just the fact that we wanted to give it exclusive to the Former Brothers to start with. But it is essentially live, you know.
Yeah,
But
300
the real
300 ticket sales is a good number, especially for being a secret, you know?
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, I think I would like to see this, you know, and I don't think it's unrealistic, but you know, if you're a person who plays lotteries, then it's a weekly kind of staple, right? So we would like this to be a place that if people who are into it, you know, the DGens among us, if you want to be buying a lottery ticket on Kronos, there are lottery systems on lots of other chains too. If you want to buy a lottery ticket weekly, then grab one of these for $3. Grab two if you want. I would like to see 500 tickets a week. That would be a phenomenal number. That would make a jackpot weekly of I think do the math quickly in my head, but around about 1,200 Cro, I think, and there would be about 35 plus other prizes of pretty good Cro amounts as well across the other tiers, and it would also be a reasonable amount into the charity pot too. So that's my target number. Anything over and above that, and I think it's achievable. You know, if especially if people are buying a couple of tickets, and we keep showing some of the good stuff that we can do with the charity pot, which is, you know, all focused around mental health in the space, and just keep building it that way. You know, we're working with Witnet. I've got a call with the guys at Witnet tomorrow to talk about what the 8-month roadmap is for their 10 grand investment, to think about how we can build out different types of lottery systems on top of this one.
Yeah, I definitely want to talk about Witnet in a second, because you weren't kidding about lotteries being everywhere, not just in our everyday lives, because you know a lot of our local governments and state governments use lotteries to pay for education and roads, and like lotteries are just a very popular and you know it's a long time human tradition to throw your money in a pot and see who can win the most. It's
Absolutely, yeah. In the
well,
UK,
you
we've
see
got
them
stuff
on
like the
Web3 everywhere.
postcode. Yeah,
Oh
we've got like the postcode lotteries and stuff like that. Sorry, I don't know if I rugged there, but
no, even if you go to Chronoscan or you know you go to Polygon Scan, and there's banners um, for these
oh yeah,
lotteries, you know,
oh
and
yeah. Meta wins a big one, I think, that
yeah,
people use.
but
Yeah,
you know just from the banners, looking at those things, like wait a second, you know, I don't know where the money's going. I don't know if this is legit.
exactly.
So
And
something
that's the
like
biggest
this
thing
you can
for
feel
us.
good about. Yeah.
Yeah, and that for us, you know, it's important. You know, people on this chain know us. They know our background. They know, you know, hopefully by now they understand that the Troops brand is a trusted brand here on Kronos, and it's all out in the open. Like right from day one, we had like the full distribution, how it was all going to go back. It's all fully transparent. And I know a guy I mentioned, you know, yes, some people do look at charity things as being taboo on the chain. It's a bit weird, isn't it? Because for me, one of the fundamental use cases for the blockchain moving forward in life is to make sure that charitable donations go to the charities. You can cut out like 90% of money spent on middlemen, CEOs, businesses, and you can literally get charity funds from the people who want to donate into the hands of people that need it on the blockchain without any other interaction. And we talked about that from day one in Troopers, and we're making that come to reality with this
We've been
stuff.
talking
So
about that from day one in here. It was the thing I was the
yeah,
most excited about
exactly.
in Web3
Yeah, yeah,
was
I have, yeah,
DeFi with a PH, decentralized philanthropy. And of
exactly.
course, it was a lot easier to talk about back in November 2021 when everybody had more money than they knew what to do with, you know?
Exactly. And you think about those, you know, all those big charities that we know of who, you know, claim to be doing these amazing things, but the millions and millions of dollars and pounds that are going into the pockets of the CEOs and the people running those organizations. Yes, there's so many charities doing good, but I mean, it's disgusting, really, the amount of money that's lying in the pockets of people who are trying to apparently doing good. So I will, anybody who ever wants to come up and challenge or have a conversation, if they think any type of way about anything that we're doing or the people that we're close to around charity or donation, then I'm happy to have that
Come
conversation
up
all day
here
long.
and talk that shit, please.
Yeah.
Keyboard warriors, this is where you get to come and back up that typing with that talk. Let's
Yeah.
go.
I have that same feeling too, man. If they want to challenge something, just drop in. We're totally
Yo,
transparent.
my guys, I want to tell you, it's very easy to feel discouraged in our situation. Crow Draw, Gaia, the Thunder Project, we're out here doing the right thing for the right reasons, and it's difficult, because you see a lot of bullshit getting more attention and more funding than we do. But it's really important uh, that we support each other, because we're not getting that support other places, and people are quicker than we would like to jump on the next shiny object. So I just want to make sure everybody knows deep down that like what we're doing here is the right thing, and we are gonna make it. It's not corny bullshit. Like the tech is world changing. That's undeniable. So as long as we stay here and do the right things with it and teach everybody else how to handle it properly, it is gonna work out. You know, that's a fact. But if you want to come up here and talk that shit,
I agree.
I'm here for it. What's up, turtles?
Yo, what up, fam? What's up, Crow fam? What up, Voodoo? How you guys doing today? Hey, man, that's cool, man. Um, but yeah, everybody don't know me. I'm Mr. Turtle. If you guys go to my file, you'll see my real name is Jose. Don't worry, I'm always docs. That's what I'm here for, man. But if you guys don't know about the Rich Kids, I'm part of the Rich Kids and I'm part of the Killer Cats team. And we're actually building big things over there. The Rich Kids got some big changes and a lot of things coming this week coming up. Um, Voodoo should know a little bit more about it, but we try to keep that a little bit more secret right now at the moment because it's still alpha. We can't release it you know. So, but maybe next week, we could drop a little bit more alpha of what's going on with them and, everything that we're bringing for them. But besides that, I just wanted to come up here today because, I'm seeing my rabbits down there from the east side. I don't know if you guys noticed, but they just dropped a new collection on the crow side, man. And they just came out with it for Easter, man. I'm over here hyped about them. I picked up 12 myself so far. I'm planning on picking up some more. If you guys don't know, the rabbits are down there throwing their hearts right now. You got Chops down there. You got Crow 24 down there wearing those rabbits. But yeah, man, you guys got to check him out if you guys haven't. I wish I had Didi up here so he could talk to you all about the rabbits right now. But apparently he's not here right now, but one day we'll get him up here with us. I like Didi. He's a great guy, man. For you guys that don't know Didi, he's a down to
I
earth
am
guy.
Didi.
You know,
Yes, sir. Uh,
yes,
bro,
you
bro,
know who
I
I'm
am proud of
talking
those
about.
rabbits. I am goddamn proud of those rabbits because not only did they mint on Easter when everybody was out doing other shit, but I
Exactly.
saw pictures of people on Twitter yesterday minting rabbits with their kids, you know, like making a family
Yeah,
affair out of it, and I was like, that's what's up.
that's what's up, man. Oh, we got Wizard here too. I see him here in the building. Yeah, but yeah, we were up in there all last night talking about this mental going down. This man, it was about 20% yesterday before my phone died and I fell off off the mic, off the space. But yeah, bro, like I was all excited for them. I was all like, hopefully I don't miss out. I gotta get my bags in there real quick. And man, I'm just saying, man, for those who don't know, this is more like a community ran project. You know, check them out. Don't miss
Yo,
out.
and shout out
Um,
all my guys out here running spaces till the goddamn wheels fall off, like I used to. Just run that space till the phone dies, till Twitter kicks you off. You know what I'm saying?
that, that's how it goes. That's how it goes, bro. That's how it goes. But yeah, shout out to my rabbits, bro. I like I said, I wish Didi was here. I know, as soon as it was funny because
I wasn't really trying to go back to the east side a while back. I was trying to just stick on the Crow side, and I met Didi, and I was just hearing talking, and I was like, you know what, this is a down to earth guy. Like he's not even he's not about himself. He's more about the community. You know what I mean? Especially because that's what he was from the beginning, a community member. You know what I mean? And what he's building for the community is for the community, by the community, what the community wants. You know what I mean? And that's what I like about the guy. But yeah, man, you guys just check him out. If you guys go ahead, go through my profile, you guys see my latest retweets is basically rabbits. So check him out.
Yo, I'm a DM Didi right now because I would like to know the story. You know how it started, how it's going. I'm gonna send a bunch of invites out. You know what? When we started doing these spaces, I used to send these out. I used to, you know, send out these reminders or whatever, like in the DMs. But then I started getting so many of them, I couldn't even respond to DMs because I get just like all these space invites. So then I stopped doing it because it was bugging me so much, and I should really start doing it again.
Oh man, the other
Nah,
day,
nah.
the,
I think you should. I think you should.
He said,
It
"Nah,
feels like
nah."
spam. It, yeah, it feels like spam to me.
It is
Honestly, I get them
spam.
all
It's
the
my
time too,
whole inbox.
and I'm like, yeah, I'm like, no, no, thanks. Anybody who sends me one of those, I'm running a space right now. Come in, see if they've tweaked the message, and it's actually like they've
Oh, I
changed the
always
message
change
for
the
me
message. I
personally.
I never send the one
Then
that just says,
yeah,
"Hey, I just started my space. Want to join?"
right, exactly, exactly.
That
If you
kills me.
change, if you go to the effort of changing the message, then yeah, maybe I'll pull up. But if you're sending me that basic message, then nope.
Hey, just started my space.
Like, hey, go
Go
fuck
fuck
yourself.
yourself. Hey, if you are starting a space,
I,
um, we do want to know about it. We would like to have a whole day of crofam spaces like we used to.
sometimes these hours are kind of like confusing. You know what I mean? I know the other day I was talking to you about the big Royal Rumble we're having in our Discord, and stuff like that. And you were like, "Hey, well, you should come in here and join us at 4:20." I'm like, "Yeah, I'll be here for sure." And then I'm over here looking at the time, like, okay, it's 2:20 for me. It should be 4:20 for them. I'm jumping all over Discord. I'm like, "Where the hell are they? I don't see them nowhere." And then I run into Atlas. You guys should probably know Atlas by now, but I ran into Atlas, and I was like, "Hey, bro, like, what happened to the space? I thought it was at 4:20." He told me, "Yeah, it's 4:20 EST, bro. So it should have been 1:20 your time." I'm all like, "Really, bro? I thought I'm over here thinking you guys are like 2 hours ahead of me. All of a sudden, you guys are 3 hours, and then next thing you notice, all these time changes that we have on this side of town. It kind of throws us off. One day we're 2 hours, the next day we're
That's
three
what I'm
hours.
saying, bro.
It's
Because
like,
we do daylight savings, so like half the year we're off by 3 hours, and then half the year we're off by 2 hours. It's like, how is anybody supposed to keep track of this shit? If our phones
bro,
if our phones didn't change the time for us, like we would never be able to find each other. That's how crazy
you
this
know,
shit
I,
is.
I'm I'm just happy Atlas was able to go into that space for me and actually pin it up there and talk about it if he was able to. But which he told me he
He
did.
did,
But
man.
so
Atlas is in here every day, at least once, and he's another solid, community member that makes sure that everybody, knows what's going on. It's important that we centralize like this at least once a day.
of course, that's why I'm glad we got Atlas on the team over there with us as well. You know what I mean? So he's a great guy. You know what I mean? So yeah, I was happy he was there in the space. I was happy he was able to cover me even though I wasn't there. But yeah, if one of us is not there, the other one will always be
That's
there.
what this is all about. And you know, everybody that holds an NFT project should really be thinking in that same kind of way, like what can I do to let everybody else know what's going on with this project? Like, maybe I can jump up in a space and hit the mic button and let all these people know, like, who I'm rocking with, why I'm rocking with them, how they can get into it. It's not easy, you know. I'm not up here to tell you it's easy, and I might make it look easy, but nothing about this is easy. You know, you just got to push yourself. And if it makes you anxious, do it anxious. And if it makes you, you know what I'm saying, sweaty, do it sweaty. Everybody's got sweaty thumbs on here. As long as you can hit the mic button, you're good, you know. But we only have 33 minutes left here this morning. We will be back at 4:20, but we still have a lot to talk about here, y'all. It was a big weekend. We've got some comments that we got to go through here. We've got some listeners who want to know about MMF cutting their emissions. So I'm assuming they're talking about Arbitrum, the
Yeah,
latest
yeah,
expansion.
that's
And I've been seeing a
yeah.
lot of stuff on Twitter from people who are new to MMF, right? So they weren't there for the Cro pump and dump or the Polygon pump and dump. And now we're on Arbitrum and it pumped. And last time we talked about it, it was still over the pre-sale price. So I was saying it's not going to be like that for long. And of course, they're already down to like 10 cents now. And we know if things go like the past, it'll be at a penny, just like Polygon and Kronos. So hopefully, you know, people out there know this, but it seems like it's deja vu all over again. You know, they did change things. They are doing it differently each time, but I don't know if they're doing it better. You know, what I'm seeing is that people didn't know when they locked their MMF for XMMF that they couldn't reverse that. You know, you can't swap back.
That yeah, that's what I noticed that they did different this time was that and it's not funny, but it's funny that people keep like I don't know. Anyways, what they did different this time is that when you lock your token, it's locked. You have zero access. It's a vault until the term is done. You can't do anything about it. That's just that, you know. And there's really not much you can do about it
But
besides
that
tell
was,
people should have read the
I
fine print.
remember it going like that on Chronos because mine's still locked up. Like when you go MMF to, well, they called it VMMF on the Chronos side. We locked it, and it was like it was a 4-year lock, 365 times 4. It didn't say 4 years; it said days. So what's 365 times 4? It was like, yeah, 1460.
Yeah, but like when they've gone to other like when they went to Polygon, those tokens were available pretty much immediately.
Oh, yeah,
You get what
yeah.
I
I didn't
mean?
do the, I didn't do the Polygon launch. Um,
Yeah. That's what they did different here. So what it did in reality was not allow the community to dump, but to those that were able to let's just say um, get possession of those tokens otherwise, they were able to dump. So if you're in the club, you got to dump. If you're not, you didn't.
the club got to dump. So I gotta look into this. Are there people who was asking down there? Um, I I want MMF to succeed, right? And then at the same time, it's like I just want them to chill a little bit. It's it feels like it's falling apart, and I don't like that. I mean, the Polygon expansion
Yeah.
was hard enough, and now it seems like Arbitrum is just a strain. It's a strain on the other. Like I went I went long on MMF for the first time ever this morning, and I don't even know why. Why did I do that? because it was the lowest I've ever seen it. It was the lowest I've ever seen it, and I thought, there was no liquidity on the Cro. There was no liquidity to go long with Cro. That's why. There was $20 of liquidity. So I swapped it for MMF and I went long on MMF. And now I feel dumb about it. Whatever, it's $10. But I would like to be more bullish on MMF. Where's all my goddamn meerkats? We don't have one meerkat in here? Oh, CK's rocking it. CK's rocking with it. It's not like anything really that bad happened over there, right? It's like we had much worse news this weekend from who got hacked. Oh, Sushi Swap. Sushi Swap got exploited for over $3 million over the weekend. Did you guys hear about that?
Yep, and there was another one too that got about 25 million.
25 million?
Trying to remember. Trying to remember where I saw the news on that.
Jesus. Because they just
Yeah.
updated Sushi Swap, didn't they? They went to a V3 last week. So it must have been something in the update.
Was it Sushi Swap or
Uniswap?
Uniswap?
Uniswap did it.
Yeah.
And is Sushi Swap just a fork of Uniswap? I can't keep track.
Yes. Yes.
It's like
Uniswap is the one that comes out with the. I think they're up to Uniswap V3 at the moment.
So they went live with Uniswap V3 last week, and then you started to see everyone who's a fork of Uniswap make announcements about what they were changing, right? Like MMF even said they were coming out with V3. There's supposed to be MMF Dex version 3. Anybody else see this? And people who understand this stuff are the ones underneath these tweets saying, like I saw Hank from CroSwap underneath the MMF tweet, like, yeah, well, this is what happens when you're a fork. If what you forked updates, then you update. It's a good way to keep track of who's forking around. I don't know. How else can you tell?
What the fork did you just call me?
What the fork? What the fork is going
No,
on?
I agree. No, it's and MMF is doing what all these big exchanges and tokens and stuff do in this space, right? They'll go and just have lots of different products and lots of different chains, and that's just they all do it. I mean, Voodoo, you do whatever.
We don't.
You do whatever you do with Candy, and Candy is part of a conglomerate with lots and lots of different products and lots and lots of different chains. So it's the same thing.
No, we're not.
Yes, you are.
We're only
yes,
on.
It is.
No, now you're telling me what I do. But let me just correct you and tell you that Board Candy only exists. Oh well, that's your opinion.
Okay,
but Board Candy.
Hold on. I know you are, but what am I? We only got 25 minutes left here, boys. We only have 4 speakers for the whole day. We've only had 4 speakers.
Yeah. But let me just be clear on this point.
I wasn't trying to start anything. My understanding is that
Board
Candy.
The point is, there's nothing
Board
to
Candy's
start.
on a lot more than just Chronos, right?
It is only on Chronos. Is the point that I'm making to you. It only exists on Chronos. It will never exist anywhere else. Period.
Yeah, that one brand of a wider organization. Is that not true?
That's all we're concerned about at the moment. Why would I care about what other brands are doing? Care about what other brands are doing.
Okay, let's just say what we're saying. No. So, because I don't know any of this, is Board Candy a part of a bigger corporation?
No,
it's not. It's not. Period.
Oh, okay.
Board Candy and its team only exist on Chronos, has only existed on Chronos, and will only ever exist on Chronos. Period.
So where does the mix-up come from?
Anyone that tells you anything different
has no idea what they're talking about and don't have their
I'm
specs
glad.
correct.
I'm glad we're clearing this up because it's not an easy thing to do, fellas. So how did we get mixed up? Is what I want to figure out.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
not mixed
well,
up. I think Truth might be a
No,
little
because
mixed
there
up.
was something about
yeah, no,
Candyman coming from somewhere else, right?
yeah, no, I mean, I'm happy to say I stand corrected. I've heard many, many times that board candy is a fork of a bigger product, which has got lots of products and lots of different chains. But I would have to go
Okay,
a bit deeper and do
let
my
me
own
let me clear
research.
this up for you. Let me
And
just clear this up to you.
well, first of
There
all,
are
you don't need to. You
many.
don't need to. First of all, you don't need to be patronizing towards me. I'll figure it out myself. That's fine. But
I'm
that was
not being
just what I had.
patronizing at all. I'm just giving you the facts, sir. That's it.
Well,
Board candy is
hit
a
us then.
Uniswap fork, and there are many Uniswap forks, but our corporation, which is incorporated in Sweden, only exists on Kronos and will always exist on Kronos. It will never exist anywhere else. But there are thousands of Uniswap forks. If you're considering us part of Uniswap, that's incredible. That's a stretch. As a
No,
way of
no,
us existing
no,
on other forks, on other
no, no.
blockchains.
No, I'm familiar with how forks work. No, that's not what I was
Okay, but
referring to.
other than that, like our corporation only exists on Kronos, has only existed on Kronos, it will only exist on Kronos ever.
Okay, that's fair. Well, thanks for the update. And the team behind Board Candy are not involved in any other products on any other chains.
No, no, the
Okay.
only other product this team has put out is our game that exists on the Apple Store and the Play Store, and now the Peppermint
Peppermint
Marketplace.
Marketplace. That's what I
That's
was
it,
gonna say.
that's all.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's it, that's all. And we'll continue building right here on
let's go.
Kronos. We have no plans to go anywhere else.
That's what we want to hear,
Well, I appreciate you clearing that up for me anyway.
and everybody. Honestly, like I appreciate
I,
both of
I,
you
I
having
really,
this conversation because it's not easy, and everybody else gets to hear and maybe clear up what they had in the back of their heads. You know, because a lot of us.
I,
Yeah, and I didn't mean to be like, I didn't mean to speak down on you or anything like that, Troops. It's just that I've heard that several times and it just gets annoying.
Yeah,
If
well,
we have
absolutely. So,
nothing to
yeah,
hide, everything is on the blockchain. You can follow everything if you really want to take the time and do so. And many people have.
That's what I was gonna
So
say.
those
Is
exactly.
who are
that
starting those type of rumors are those
Totally.
that are
Yeah,
yeah?
just
yeah,
lazy enough to just, I don't
Or
know.
we just
I don't know.
hear
totally.
things,
It's
And
been
you know,
said
even
and
if
you,
many
we're not
times, and I
lazy,
just want to
right?
make sure it's
We
clear.
hear things from people and it sits in the back of our head and we don't know where we heard it. We don't know why we're you know, having
yeah,
these thoughts. But like to clear these things
Believe
up.
you me, it would be very easy for us to go for a cash run on many other blockchains. We've had the opportunity. We've had many other projects ask us. I mean, at one point we had $1 million offer on the table for our DEX, and it was just the DEX. This is before we even created the marketplace. So if money was what we were truly after, this would have been over a while ago. But we truly believe as a team in what we're building and the vision of where we're going. And we are going to
yeah.
be a conglomerate on Chronos, love us or hate us. We're here to stay and we're here to build.
That's the
Well,
goddamn
you
vibe.
know, I like to ask the facts, and so it's an opportunity for me to get that cleared up. And genuinely, I'm a total advocate for it's on the blockchain, it's all there. Go and have a look. So it was a genuine question, and glad you cleared it up. And just out of interest, because I know you are involved in a bunch of other stuff, but you talk obviously about Board Candy as like I guess your number one. You say kind of us and me and we a lot. What's your position within that company that's registered in Sweden?
I'm part of the core team. All four of the members of TRT are part of the core team. We have decision-making abilities in the corporation. Um, Basically, we have basically taken this from a vision to an actual project, right? Because of our ability in our communication and network with other Kronos projects, right? So
Yeah.
the
Sorry,
founder
I maybe
leads
didn't
a.
ask you right. Are you named as a part of that company that's registered in Sweden? I guess is what I meant. You
We
personally,
haven't disclosed the specifics to our agreement with Board Candy LLC, but I will tell you this, that there is legal documentation that formally connects the TRT team to the Board Candy LLC
right?
legally on paper.
What's
There is a
what's
contractual agreement between the two.
cool? What's TRT?
The round table.
The round table, that's our
Oh yeah, the
marketing
round table.
group that consists of myself, Drifty, Frenchie,
And
and
we
Business.
met the roundtable
Um,
crew when they came in with the Boomer Squad, right? Because I remember you guys were a big
yes,
part of
we're
that.
also, yeah, I'm a Boomer Squad ambassador, have always been. I'm also part of Boomer Radio, which is run by the Boomer Squad Project. I've always been. Um, but yeah, that's where we started.
Yeah, I'm familiar with the round table. It just wasn't putting together TRT.
They got
Yeah.
yeah, you guys got quite the track record these days, Voodoo. I remember I wanted to hire you guys for the Thundercats. That that
Yeah,
that
I
would have been
mean,
a that would have been a
we minted out many projects on Chronos. We have a pretty good success rate when it comes to minting out projects specifically on Chronos, either as a team or
yes,
individuals.
sir. Turtles, what's up?
Yo, what's up, man? You know, it's funny because I'm always talking about, people flooding and stuff like that. And, when people flood, it basically spreads around, like gossip. You know what I mean? It spreads real quick. Um, but no, it's the way Crow Draw came in. Just put it out there. I understand you probably heard the flood before and everything, but you know what? I like how Voodoo came in there and he clarified, gave that clarity. For that flood. You know what I mean? Like that's what it's all about, man. Especially in spaces where we don't know who's behind it, we don't know the real person's face, the real names or anything like that. It's hard to trust people, you know what I mean? So when people come in and start flooding, if the developer can't give you that clarity, when you got that fear, uncertainty, and doubt, then there's a problem. But Voodoo hit it right on the point. He came in there and he clarified that right away. And hey man, that's why I love when people start funding, because that gives the developer the opportunity to clarify all that for the whole community, man. So thank you both for
Yeah,
that.
man, for real. And thank you everybody.
Yeah, and I don't take it personal at all, but and I hope you don't either, too, Trooper. Like I wasn't, my intention here wasn't to attack you in any shape or form. I just want to make sure that's clear. But
No, I
like I
know.
said,
I'm
like
saying.
there are very few projects on Chronos that I stand behind, and I put my name behind this project. So when people speak ill of it, I take it personal. And every opportunity I get to clear up some of that, I'm gonna take it, because like this is my reputation and my name on this project, because I believe in what this team is building and what this team is capable of. Love it or hate it, you don't have to agree with what we're doing, but it's just ridiculous sometimes. Like some of the stuff I hear people talking about board candy, and I try to just keep my head down and keep working at it, and hoping at the end of the day that the fruit of our work will speak for itself. And I think it has, and it's slowly people starting to catch on that we're not going anywhere, dude. We're just going to keep building. We have a plan. We're building for the bear market, so that when the volume comes into this bull, we're number one on that list. And we keep expanding and keep creating use case for our token and our NFTs, and in as many places as possible. So we're not going anywhere. We're going to just keep building this thing out, and we'll
Yeah.
see where it goes.
No, I appreciate that too. We've been here for long enough. You and I talking and being able to have a conversation like adults and be able just to talk it through, which is absolutely fine. I genuinely didn't know that you, I guess, under the part of TRT, the round table, were essentially a marketing organization supporting Board Candy. So that's helped clear that up for me. I would love to know more about, maybe not today, but I'd love to know more about like how much direct communication as a marketing team you have with Board Candy and the founders and their
We're
roadmap
not
and their
just the
plans.
Yeah, we're not just the marketing team
Oh,
for Board Candy. Essentially, we are Board Candy legally. We manage the Discord, we manage the socials, we anything
and
that has to do with Board Candy,
you build the product.
outside of like
Yeah, I know. I
yeah,
like the
outside of
way that the
developing the actual
roundtable does
decks.
this stuff because I remember when I
Yeah,
reached out to them, it was like it's not just hey,
yeah,
we take this much payment to promote your thing. It's like we take this much ownership of your project.
No, I sorry, I missed that. Just
Yeah.
to be so I am clear. do you build the product? Are you the
Okay, let me
developers
be
building
clear
the
then.
product?
We're not developers,
Right.
but
Okay.
we pretty much have say so in the direction and the way the Dex runs day to day. All the admins for all the servers are TRT members.
Yeah.
Access to all the socials are TRT members. Most of the people posting that content are
Yeah.
TRT members.
Sorry, just
Um,
all
we answer
that so
tickets. We do everything for that
content aside,
Dex.
all that content aside, I just want to, because I genuinely want to know this. Do you guys do the developers come to you guys and you guys tell the developers what to build? Do you have access to the code, to the Git, to the repos? Like, are you that level of ownership, or is there another tier
Yes,
between you and the
I
development
have
team?
not the entire team, but I have direct access to the GitHub for both Board Candy and Peppermint.
And the development
And
teams who are building it, yeah.
and the development team. I have direct access to the development teams. If we want something built into the decks, we have direct communication with the
Yeah.
development team and the co-founders to get it done. Every feature
Awesome.
that's been put onto that marketplace has come through the community,
Through
through
you
the
guys, yeah.
TRT team to the dev.
Yeah.
Yes. So
That's good. Yeah.
anything that we want built on the marketplace, we just ask and they build it for us. And we're not just going to stop there. Like once we get this marketplace to an okay, like we get the pro release, we're on to building our next protocol, and we're going to keep building. So we're as much of, and we don't do this for every group that we decide to market for. In this particular case, we took not only responsibility for the marketing, but ownership of part of BoardCamp. We are essentially part of BoardCamp for all legal purposes.
And I would just like to say how nice it is to be fucking around with the adults in Web3. There's a lot of baloney out here, and it can be distracting, and it can also make you feel like that's the status quo. But the truth of the matter is, the people that are here, they want to be here every day, and they want to build new things, and we want to trust each other. Trust is a huge part of this, and like someone else brought up in here today, it's the hardest part of this, because there's
Yeah,
anonymity.
and it's the
Yeah.
most important. Yeah, it's the fundamental thing, right? And that's why when we're talking earlier, you don't want to put all the cliches like good versus evil and all that kind of stuff. But like, if you're building something genuine and legit, and people are asking you questions, be it hard or easy, there should be zero problem answering those questions with complete clarity, accuracy, and fact, because there will be nothing to hide. And so it's as simple as that. As soon as you start asking anybody questions, and they start getting, apart from appreciating like what Rudy was saying there, it does get tiresome, like of FUD and people attacking and shit. So yeah, sometimes people are a bit sharper and a bit like, nah, fuck you, whatever. But apart from that aside, if you can then answer the questions without any problem, and you're like, here are the facts, and then there is no issue. It is about building that trust.
And
I agree with you that 100%. And there's never any hesitancy in me answering questions, because that's part of our job. That's part of the job description. It's like if you're running for president, and you're getting shooken up because people are asking you difficult questions, you probably shouldn't run for president. If you're going to be running a Web3 project and you're uncomfortable with people asking you about your wallets, where money's going, where money's being spent, how the project's being run, then you shouldn't be in that position. You shouldn't be the voice of that project. Find a different role, right? I've chosen to be the voice of this project because I am proud of this team. I am confident in this team, and I know there's nothing we can't accomplish together. And we've shown that over and over and over and over again. So I have no problems answering questions, and if I don't have the answer, I'll be the first to tell you so, and I'll go find that answer for you. But there's nothing to hide here. So like I said, everything's on the blockchain. Just take your time and go through it. It's not that difficult. Chronoscan should be your best friend by this time. We're 2 years into this thing. So
it's a
there's nothing
really
to hide.
great point, man. And it's a really important point that I think we should really dial in on during our last 9 minutes here. If you are new here, or if you've been here, I really hope that you have gotten this very simple concept of own your keys, own your crypto, learn how to use Chronoscan, learn how to read a contract, understand the difference between the chains, between the tokens, uh, inflation rates. It's like, it's a lot, but if you start with the basics, if you start with just the concept of DeFi, the concept of ownership, of the cryptography that makes all of this possible, if you have any questions, there are no dumb questions. All of this shit is brand new. So you can always hit the mic button and come up here. Whether it's Coffee and Cro or the Jungle, you're always welcome. What's up, Bach?
Hello, Alpha. I am a sophisticated investor, and I was thinking about minting one of your Thundercats.
Don't ask me any tough questions.
I wanted to know, what is your ESG framework for the Thundercats and your entire project?
See, I knew it. I've been doing this too long, bro. Come on. What the fuck is an ESG?
I'm a very sophisticated investor, Alpha, and I'm going around to different Web3 projects and trying to understand their ESG framework. ESG stands for environmental, social, and and governance. So I would like to know, what is your ESG framework for your project here,
Yo,
Alpha?
our ESG is at 100, my dude. We just tested our ESG yesterday, and we were clocking in at 99. And then this morning, I checked our
I'm very
ESG,
serious here, Alpha. I'm not joking around.
And we were at 100.
I want to know what your ESG framework is.
Well, we're environmentally sound. We're socially acceptable. And, our governance is fucking top notch, bro. Isn't that 100?
I don't know, Alpha. This is, you don't sound very serious on this answer. I'm really looking for a strong ESG framework in these Web3 projects.
Oh, then you want to talk to my dude Gaia. Gaia's got the ESG like down pat. Tell him. Tough crowd. All right. Well, we only got 6 minutes.
Bach,
Yeah, for sure, man.
Hey, Bach, I wonder if you could suggest to us some great examples of good ESG frameworks like the one that Bach would be using. Maybe this is an opportunity, a learning moment.
Oh, we lost him. Oh, man.
Wait, was that someone, Alpha? I thought I heard something.
You guys are hilarious. By the way, you're wasting my damn time. I got 5 minutes left here. We got Alex from Aptos. What's up, Alex?
G, what's up, bro? Let's go.
Let's fucking go. I'm trying to be bullish today.
I'll be a supportive crowd, bro. Whatever you say,
you.
I will laugh like there is no tomorrow.
My fucking God. We definitely want to remind everybody that Thundercats are minting right now on Crosea, which is the marketplace that Bach built. Their ESG is not as high as ours, but we don't hate. We don't hate. We commemorate those that have come and built and failed.
Alpha, you have to understand, it's a very important question in our environment. We have to look out for our environment. Societal inclusion matters for everyone. And I have to understand how you plan on governing in a more equitable way. So I hope you think deeper into what your ESG framework is.
Yeah, Alpha. I leave it up to the Thunder DAO. They're in charge of that stuff. But I got a more important question for you, Buck, since we only got 4 minutes left now. Is DeFi Apes a rug?
Is what a rug?
The DeFi Apes, dude. The one everybody's talking about.
No one's talking
Yeah, they
about it
are.
except you.
Machi and Alex are gambling away everybody's fucking money in Vegas. Are you not following this shit?
Well, what? Alpha, is this what you spend your time on Twitter like
No,
focusing
dude.
on?
I've
You
been
need to start focusing on
I've
your
been
ESG
D-riding
framework.
Soldier Boy all weekend. What are you talking about, bro?
Does anybody else feel like Bach's just woken up from like an Easter chocolate fucking
I can't
I don't
believe
know,
I
like
can't believe he had the
coma, an Easter
balls
chocolate
to
coma?
roll up here with 10 minutes left and throw this malarkey up in the mix, dude. The balls on this guy.
I'll tell you the answer. The answer to the ESG is easy, okay? Here is real quick. The TLDR for everybody. Everybody here is doing a project in crypto in any way, shape, or form is doing great things for the environment and sustainability because we're going to stop all these major banks and these major corporations with their huge power bills and their massive amounts of energy destroying this planet. So don't let anybody else, no government, no back, no nobody try and tell you that this shit isn't sustainable and isn't energy efficient. That is, when we talk about FUD, that is king FUD when it comes to trying to shut down crypto and shut down everything we're
Oh
doing
my
here. So
God. Are we having
I'm
the
That's such a
giving
weird
no, no,
Bitcoin
no.
joke.
environmental
I'm giving
friendly?
troops 1,000 bonus points for that joke. That was some of the best shit I've heard in here ever. Alex, what do you got on a 2-minute warning? He said that's
Me?
King Fud, bro. He said that is holy shit. We can leave it there. We can leave it there because the most important thing is that you drink your water, you brush,
We save our planet.
you own your keys, you own your crypto. I'm even gonna throw the ledger link up top. You gotta write down your goddamn seed phrase and stop telling it to everybody. Not once, not never. That's all your shit going out the window. Pen on paper. Write it down.
Write down your seed phrase in the comments to make sure it's secure.
Please, no screenshots, no copy and paste, none of that. Pen on paper, put it in a safe, put it someplace safe, and then show somebody else how to do this shit. Cause Lord knows it ain't easy. It is crofam for life. Cuckoo. Lots of love, y'all. Joe Q, what it do?
Hey, I know everybody's been missing this, so 3, 2, 1. You made it through the weekend. Let's start this week off with a bang. Joe Q stepping back.
Lots of love, y'all. Peace.